No student loan has been referred to collection since March of 2020. That comes to an end. On May 5th, the Department of Education will resume involuntary collections for borrowers with defaulted federal student loans. Debt cannot be wiped away. It just ends up getting transferred to others. So why should Americans who didn't go to college or went to college and responsibly paid back their loans pay for the student loans of other Americans?
The Department of Education demanding repayment on federal student loans. Beginning May 5th, the agency will restart collecting on loans in default. Now, the jump start will impact more than 5 million borrowers, many of whom haven't paid anything on their loans in nearly 5 years, thanks to a pandemic-era pause. Now, if you don't pay, the agency says that it is willing to order involuntary collections, which means it could order employers to withhold part of your paycheck to repay the debt. Now, we know student loans are a major stressor for so many of you, which is why I'm walking you through everything you need to know ahead of this May 5th restart and how you can protect yourself from those involuntary collections.
I'm currently a little over 98,000.
Damian Boyd is one of the 42 million Americans who holds federal student loans. The third grade teacher tells me he's been on a repayment plan since 2017.
I'm on an income-based repayment plan. I'm doing the best that I can. It's, drops in a massive ocean. It hurts.
Having 2 jobs over the last 3 years, the 2013 graduate of UB and a 2021 master's holder from Buffalo State says his higher education has left him in financial turmoil.
I just have this real issue with trying to understand how you're incentivizing us to go to school to get degrees so that we can enter the workforce to be successful, but we're not making wages that make paying these loans feasible, so we end up going into default, and your resort is to tell us that we're going to have to pay anyway.
The announcement to restart collections on federal student loans that are in default came from Education Secretary Linda McMahon. Starting May 5th, the department will move about 1.8 million borrowers into repayment plans and restart collections of loans in default. The borrowers who don't make on-time payments will begin to see their credit scores decrease and, in some cases, their wages garnished. Joelle LeClaire is the chair and professor of economics and finance at Buffalo State University. She says it's important to start thinking about your budget.
If you had been kind of overspending relative to that payment that you were expecting to make or eventually expected to make, then you're going to have to make, plans to not be spending as much and set some money aside to be in that repayment.
So how will this all work? The Education Department says federal student loan borrowers in default will receive an email over the next 2 weeks. Borrowers should contact the government's default resolution group to make a monthly payment, enroll in an income-driven repayment plan, or sign up for loan rehabilitation. LeClaire says thankfully the department is working with people, but says there's a more efficient way to go about this.
I don't believe that we should have student debt. I think it's getting to be totally ridiculous. We probably should just do away with the whole process. We're paying debt collectors, we're paying to get the debt out to the students, we're paying and people are calling and trying to work out payment plans. Just pay for the debt directly. It only affects less than 10% of the population of the US. I just feel like it's completely inefficient.
Borrowers are encouraged to be proactive about this. We will connect you to more information about the process on WKBW.com.